I'm on. Welcome to B'nai Israel.
We are live.
All right.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Vayakhel, the name of one of the double portion of Torah readings associated with this Shabbat. This Shabbat is Shabbat Vayakhel Pikudei. Vayakhel means to gather, to congregate, to create a community. Many will be familiar with an associated word, kahila, community. Again, this Shabbat, we are an online kahila. And let us be grateful for this opportunity. For even amidst social distancing, we are able to avow a communal presence and ethic. Over the course of the past week, I barely left my study. Yet time and again, I saw the best of our community. I witnessed numerous instances of members of B'nai Israel and the Federation attesting to the sacred teaching, Am Yisrael Chai, the Jewish people lives. To recount just a few, as we hunkered down, there were questions and insights during online study and discussion. Lay leaders and staffers demonstrated profound empathy, and decisions and plans were made during conference calls and online meetings. Congregants and friends reached out to one another with texts and emails. The response to our request for volunteers to help those too vulnerable to shop or run errands, the response is inspirational. And our board has reached out to our membership with phone calls and good cheer. Reflecting on the week that was, now is a time to pause, to rest, and renew. Vayinafash, says the Torah, to refresh our souls. Our work and efforts will continue. But now, let us voice the ancient belief and our contemporary hope to be thankful for what we still have, to treasure our identities, and to draw strength and purpose in choosing life and blessing. None of us have ever experienced a time like this, but as a few of us have seen other great challenges in life, or have known loss or anxiety, may we now also find meaning and calm and hope in the resiliency and poignancy at the heart of Judaism. Vayakhel, in this gathering, may we feel one another's presence and the presence of the sacred. We begin with candle lighting. It'll be found in the Mishkan Tefillah. It'll be found in the online version, the version which you can get to through our webpage. You just click on that, or you can click on the most recent email which came out today, today's uplift. Just click on that link and you'll get to the PDF, and on the right-hand side of the PDF, you will be able to follow along on the page numbers. There it's page 2. In Mishkan Tefillah, in the book itself, not just for Shabbat, but the full book, you'll find it on page 20 for candle lighting. Page 120. 120 or page 2. I made this same mistake last week. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We now turn in our prayer books either to in the page 20 for Lachado D in the online prayer book and in the hardcover prayer book to page 138. We sing the first, the second, and then the 9th verses of Lachado D.
And tonight we were looking for an upbeat Lachado D to welcome Shabbat, and this comes to us from Israel. Lachado D likrat kala, panei Shabbat nikabila. 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 Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Ishmi'anu el hamichad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shemo tiferet v'litila. Lachado D likrat kala, panei Shabbat nikabila. Lachado D likrat kala, panei Shabbat nikabila. Likrat Shabbat lechuvenelcha, ki hi mekor habracha. Merosh mikerem nesucha, sof maaseh b'machshava tehila. Lachado D likrat kala, panei Shabbat nikabila. Lachado D likrat kala, panei Shabbat nikabila. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'tzola. Toch emuneim sigula, boi chala, boi chala, boi chala. Lachado D likrat kala, panei Shabbat nikabila. Lachado D likrat kala, panei Shabbat nikabila.
Page 128 or page 146. And for those who are able and so comfortable, like us, you can rise. We face towards, Linda and I are facing towards the Ark, east towards Jerusalem for the Baruch Hu, pages 28 or 146.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam vaed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam vaed.
Page 31 or page 149. We invite you to read with us in English at the top of the page.
Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath glides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai Amari Varavim.
Page 33 or page 151, we read together in English at the top of the page.
As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to learn, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Page 34 or 152.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
If you've been rising, we invite you to be seated. We turn to page 154 in the Siddur or page 36 online. We join together with Linda in the Ve'ahavta.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'atecha ve'hayu ha'dvarim ha'elech asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartam bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'leftecha v'derek Ushok becha, uvekumecha, ukshartam lehot al yodecha, v'hayu totat v'hot beinenecha, uchtavtam al mizuzot betecha, uvisharecha, leman tizkeru, V'asitem et kol mitzvotai, v'hitem kedoshim lelohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher hotzeiti etchem be'eretz Mitzrayim lihyot lachem l'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem.
Emet. Page 38 or page 156. I'm reading here towards the bottom of the page. When your children witnessed your dominance, they praised your name in gratitude, and they accepted your sovereignty. Moses, Miriam, and all Israel sang to you together, lifting their voices joyously. Michamocha will be found on page 40 or page 158.
Ya bum bum bim bim bum, ya ba bum bum bim bum, ya bum bum bim bim bum, ya ba bum bum bim bum, ya die 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 die, ya ba bum bum bim bum, ya die 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 die, ya ba bum bum bim bum. Mi chamocha b'alim Adonai, mi chamocha nehedar b'kodesh, norah tehilot osefele, norah tehilot osefele. Ya bum bum bim bim bum, ya ba bum bum bim bum, ya bum bum bim bim bum, ya ba bum bum bim bum, ya die 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 die, ya ba bum bum bim bum, ya die 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 die, ya ba bum bum bim bum. Malchutecha rahu fanecha, bokeh hayam lifnei Moshe. Zeli zeli anu ve'ameru, Adonai imloch leolam vahe. Ya bum bum bim bim bum, ya ba bum bum bim bum, ya bum bum bim bim bum, ya ba bum bum bim bum, ya die 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 die, ya ba bum bum bim bum, ya die 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 die, ya ba bum bum bim bum.
This prayer ends, Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. Praised are you, Adonai, it says, for redeeming Israel, but really, praised are you who has redeemed Israel. The idea being, as God has redeemed us in the past, so can God redeem us now and in the future. On page 42 of the online, page 160, this is a time where we absolutely need to feel that shelter of peace spread over us. Linda sings Haparei Sukkot Shalom.
Baruch atah Adonai haparei Sukkot Shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Baruch atah Adonai haporei Sukkot Shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael.
And now a prayer for Shabbat. We flip the page again to page 44 or page 162 at the top of the page, Vishamru.
Veshamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. בני ובן בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
The tefillah begins on page 46 of the online version, page 164 of the hard copy version. For those who wish and are able, we invite you to rise for the tefillah. We'll be chanting the prayers on the right-hand pages, on the even-numbered pages, beginning page 164 or page 46, continuing to page 170 or page 52.
Adonai sifata tiftach ufi ki tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'hanara, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdevot V'himahot, Umevi Gula Lifnei V'nehem, L'man Shemo Be'ahava. Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol atav Rav Lehoshia, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somek Noflim Ve'rofeh Holim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem emunato lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'givurot, Umido melach, melech memitu mechaye, umatzmiah Yeshua, v'nehemana tali hayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, mechaye hakol.
You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God.
Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
If you're standing, please be seated. Social distancing is not new. Self-quarantine is not new. We'll be reading about it in a few short weeks in the Torah portions Tazria and Metzora from the book of Leviticus, about policies to protect our people from an earlier pandemic, Sa'arat, a type of contagion affecting the skin. There, too, the focus was to prevent panic or hysteria and to safeguard the population and also create human dignity. All told, the ultimate wisdom from antiquity and from a long thread of sages is this: even when everything seems different, we can grasp constants. On this Shabbat, amidst pandemic, economic dislocation, and anxiety, as we now gather in a dramatically altered worship experience, we remain able to turn to the source of life and there find comfort, strength, hope, and peace. My friend and fellow amigo, Monsignor Joe, expressed a similar hope, writing to our colleagues and writing to us all. May we bring our faith in the one who loves us all to bear in our community, especially in these days of significant concern and anxiety. Peace to all, end quote. Practicing social distancing while seeking blessing for ourselves, our families, our neighbors and community, our people, our nation, and our world, we sing Shalom Rav for abundant peace. Page 60 or page 178.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon lecha hashalom. Ki atahu melech Adon lecha hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov b'necha livarech et amecha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
Silent meditation will be found in the prayer book, page 62 or page 180.
Ose shalom bimroma, Huyase shalom aleinu. Ose shalom bimroma, Huyase shalom aleinu. Ose shalom bimroma, Huyase shalom aleinu. Yase shalom, Yase shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yase shalom, Yase shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ose shalom bimroma, hu yase shalom aleinu. Ose shalom bimroma, hu yase shalom aleinu. Ose shalom bimroma, hu yase shalom aleinu. Yase shalom, yase shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yase shalom, Yase shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam.
We now turn to page 246 in the online Siddur, or page 364 in the hardcover prayer book. For our Torah service, for those who are able and willing, we invite you again to rise as we sing Ki Mitzion. The Torah will be taken out from the ark for Seder Kriyat Torah, for our reading of the Torah this Shabbat.
Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, u'devar Adonai miYerushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, le'amo Yisrael, b'kedushato.
Page 366.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Gadu Adonai iti, umeromema Shemo Yachdav. Lecha Adonai hagidula v'hagibura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hahod. Ki kol b'shamayim uvaretz, ki kol b'shamayim uvaretz. Lecha Adonai hamalacha v'amid na'aseh lekol lerosh.
For those who are standing, please be seated. I had mentioned earlier that this is a double portion. I'm going to read the end of the second portion. This is the portion Pekudei, as it ends the book of Exodus and completes our public reading of a book of the Torah. Always an accomplishment, always a cause for reflection and celebration. The book of Exodus ends with God's presence tangible in the people's midst. as a cloud and pillar accompanying them through their wilderness trek. Just prior to that, Moses completes setting up the Mishkan, setting up the portable sanctuary. Then the Shekhinah, then God's enveloping presence descends. An important grammatical note, the Hebrew word Shekhinah is feminine, reminding us that not only is God incorporeal, not only is God without a body, terms for God have both masculine and feminine imagery. God's presence being with the people at the end of the book makes an important statement. The book of Exodus starts out sad and ends happy, and makes an allegory for us throughout the generations as such. Our portion begins Exodus chapter 40, verse 28. The Plaut Torah commentary, the Torah commentary which we have here at B'nai Israel, puts that on page 686. You'll notice that as we conclude a book of the Torah this Shabbat, the reading will end with the words Chazak, Chazak, V'nit Chazek. Be strong, and let us strengthen one another. And as with last week, Linda is our Aliyah to the Torah. Linda Goodman, our director of sacred music, and the only other person here in our campus tonight. Linda, again, has the honor of doing the blessings before and after the Torah reading, and I'll be beginning right there.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam Vahed.
Baruch Adonai hamvorach leolam vahed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Amen. V'yasemet masach hapetach lemishkan ve'et mizbach ha'olah sam petach mishkan ohel moed. And Moses put up the curtain, the barrier in front of the opening of the Mishkan of the tabernacle, and before the altar where the sacrifice of the burnt offering is altered there at the entrance of the tent of meeting. V'yal alav et ha'olah, and he offered the olah, the burnt offering, et ha-mincha, as well as the mincha, the additional offering, ka'asher tziva Adonai et Moshe, just as God, as Adonai had commanded Moses. V'yasem et hakir, and he put up the laver, or the basin, those are fancy words for the sink. Bein ohel moed, between the tent of meeting, uvein hamizbeach, and between there and the altar. V'yiten sama mayim l'rochsa, and he put in it water to wash. V'rachatzu mimenu Moshe v'Aharon uvanav et yadehem ve'et raglehem. And from it, Moses and Aaron's sons washed their hands and their feet. Bovoam el ohel moed, when they went into the tent of meeting. Uvkavratam el ha-mizbeach, when they went close to the altar. Yirachatzu ka'asher tziva Adonai et Moshe. They washed as Adonai, as God, had commanded Moses. Vayakemet hechatzir saviv lamishkan mizbeach v'iten et masach sha'ar chachatzir v'yachal Moshe et hamalacha. And Moses put up the barrier to the tent of meeting at the opening, and then Moses, with that, had completed all of the work. This is just like God completing the work of creation. The tabernacle, which is supposed to be a testament to Shabbat, creation, liberation, is completed by Moses using the same word. V'yichas ha'anan et ohel moed, and a cloud of glory, as it were, came down onto the tent of meeting, L'chvod Adonai malei hamishkan, and the glory, the kavod, the fullness, luminous of God filled the sanctuary. V'lo yachol Moshe lavo el ohel moed, and Moses was not able to go into the tent of meeting, ki shachan alav, because of this cloud dwelling there, he'anan, uchvod Adonai malei et mishkan, hamishkan, and God's glory filled the tabernacle. Anan me'al hamishkan, and when it went up from the tabernacle, Yisu b'nei Yisrael, the children of Israel, went b'chol masehem, on all of their journeys. Ve'im lo ya'aleh ha'anan, but when the cloud did not go up, below Yisu ad yom he'alato, it would not go up until the day that it did go up. Ki anan Adonai al hamishkan yomam, and there was a cloud of Adonai on the tabernacle daytime, ve'esh tihiyeh laila bo, and there was a fire there in the evening, le'enei chol beit Yisrael, in the eyes of all of the house of Israel, b'chol ma'asehem, in all of their journeys. And Linda has a far better view of this than the rest of us, but there's a big open space in between. So we have completed a book of the Torah for this year. We sing, Chazak, Chazak, v'nit chazek. Be strong and be strong, let us strengthen one another. And Linda, the blessing after the reading.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen. On page 370 of the prayer book, of the large print prayer book, the smaller print, regular prayer book, and page 370 is
252.
252. You can rise. The Torah itself will be raised and dressed. We sing V'zot HaTorah.
V'zot HaTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael, al pi Adonai v'yad Moshe. Lai 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 lai.
Page 374, it's Chaim Hi.
It's Chaim Hi, l'makazikim ba, v'tomcheha meushar diracheya darchenoam v'kol netivoteha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva chadesh yameinu kekedem.
Please be seated. And you may want this also just to be safe. And Each Shabbat, we pray on behalf of dear ones within and beyond our congregational family who are in need of healing. We voice the hope that they might know comfort and support, that they are not forgotten, that they are not forsaken. I invite you at home to say the names out loud of those for whom we pray this Shabbat. Let us likewise be mindful of the caregivers and dear ones who help to support their family members and all in need of healing. May the Holy One send healing to all those that are afflicted, and regarding COVID-19, may this disease soon vanish from the earth. We sing Mishaberach.
Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor Habracha Lehimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishaberach imotenu mekor habracha lehavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
It feels a little weird to walk down to in front of the congregation without a congregation, but we do have the congregation online, and I'm so accustomed to giving my Devar Torah, my Divrei Torah, in much more close to people that I don't want to be way back up there. And Linda is going to be a real sport and is going to sit as well in the congregation. A clever piece made its way around Jewish social media last week. It's about the upcoming festival of Passover, which comes, as we know, just into April. Normally, the order of the Passover Seder is usually chanted at the Seder, towards the beginning of the Seder. Linda does this for us every year. Kadesh Urchatz Karpas Yachatz. And we could keep going. We're going to stop right there. But in other words, Kadesh, make Kiddush with the wine. Urchatz, wash. Dip the greens. Karpas, break the matzah. Yachatz, and the like. But one wry wit revised the sequence, changing the order of the Seder, and this is how it appeared online. Kadesh, Urchatz, Karpas, Urchatz, Yachatz, Urchatz. You get the idea. The word Urchatz, literally, and wash, was accompanied to each ritual task. Clearly, this is the mitzvah of the moment. For our sake and others, we are implored to hand wash often and regularly, and to clean. Yet the Passover Seder ritual of Urchatz, of washing hands, itself goes back longer than the Seder. It was presented in this Shabbat's Torah reading. For washing hands has always been understood to be part of a sacred enterprise. In the segment I shared tonight, in the holy space of the wilderness sanctuary, Moses sets up a basin or laver, a sink for hand washing. This basin had been donated by Jewish women who had given their copper mirrors for its construction. Again, using a form of the Hebrew word rachatz, the translation states in English, "And Moses set the basin between the tent of meeting and the altar, and put water there for washing. And Moses and Aaron's sons washed their hands and feet there. And when they came near to the altar, they washed." Indeed, the Shekhinah, God's presence, arrives in the tabernacle after the completion of the ritual. One of our greatest commentators is known as Rashi, Rabbi Shlomo ben Yitzhak, a scholar and a wine merchant who lived in Provence during the 11th century. Commenting on the phrase, "V'rachatzu mimenu Moshe va'Aharon," and Moses and Aaron and his sons washed their hands, that the translation of the word, Rashi says, should not be rachatzu, to wash, but rather umikdashim. And they weren't washing, but he says the translation should be, and they were hallowing. That is, they were making their hands holy. Clearly for Rashi, washing is a sacred action, linking us closer to God. Indeed, in Judaism, there's even a blessing for washing our hands prior to a meal. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al netilat yadayim. Praised are you, eternal our God, ruler of the universe, who makes us holy through mitzvot and commands us to wash our hands. Many of our Muslim and Christian friends agree. As Muslims, for instance, wash before prayer. And while Rashi didn't mention soap or hand sanitizer, well, he didn't mention that, or trying to keep our hands off our faces. Nowadays, these are all welcome compliments. Chances are, notions of the sacred haven't necessarily been utmost in our minds as we've washed our hands again and again, singing songs or counting off 20 seconds at various moments or after various actions throughout the day. Yet the deeper message is that by our actions, including our determination to approach ourselves and one another and God, the God of life, in a clean state, we possess the capacity to be agents of kadosh, of holiness. We've been late in getting out of the gate, as it were, but containing this virus and promoting public health are not lost causes. By our safe practices, such as social distancing and urchatz, we can flatten the curve. Hence, over Shabbat and in the coming days, there will be plenty of ongoing opportunities for us to wash and sanitize our hands. Many of us have never been taught to wash them correctly. Check out the instructions on the New York Times website to see whether your hygiene regimen is correct. It may not be. At the same time, let's lean into Judaism and faith, acknowledging there's also a spiritual dimension to the act, standing in front of our basins, its own sort of altar. May we sing Jewish prayers and connect to an ongoing source of guidance and hope. For even in a pandemic, there is beauty to behold in our actions and in our world. Ken Yehi Ratzon, be this God's will. We now turn, if you're in the online Siddur, to page 282. If you're in the hardcover Siddur, to page 586. Those who are able and willing, we rise for the Elaine.
Aleinu l'shabeach lahadon hakol, yatet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kagei havratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot hadama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, vahanachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Please feel free to be seated. Page 591 or page 287.
V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
We now turn to page 598 in the prayer book, page 294 online. We now call to mind our own beloved dead. And I ask that those in mourning or remembering the anniversary of the deaths of a loved one, should you wish at home, please rise when their name is mentioned. During Shloshim, we remember Ira Goldman, husband of Sharon, Kristen Lindsay Grosso, granddaughter of Joan and Art Oceans, Eric Hall, partner of Michelle Rosen, father of Rebecca and Morgan. And on this Shabbat, remember the yahrzeits, the anniversaries of the deaths of Molly Bieber, Kate Cooperman, Rosa Gelfand, Rose Gianette, Nathan Hamar, Jules Krakoff, Herman Levin, Theodore Linton, Gussie Menace, Francis P. Miller, Rebecca Rearson, Esther Reckman, Anna Sachs, Abraham Schiff, Casper Spiro, Sylvia Tendler, Rose K. Weil, and Herman J. Weissman. We recall the dead this week from COVID-19. Each Shabbat, we also mention 6 names amongst the 6 million murdered in the Holocaust, the Shoah. And we recall this week Lazer Burstein, Mira Burstein, Chana Pukler, Muddle Pukler, Natan Pukler, and Rivka Pukler. In remembrance, in solidarity, and on behalf of those for whom there is no one else to say Kaddish, we now invite all watching us at home to rise, if you are able. Our Kaddish prayer, page 294, page 598.
Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, Be'alma tivrach hirutei v'yamlik malchutei, B'chayechon uvyomechon, Uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala uzman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shemei rabba mavarach le'olam olmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitale v'yithalal shemei dekudisha b'rechu. Le'elam min kol berchata v'shirata. Tush bechata v'nechamata. Damiram be'alma v'yimru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, huya aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen.
Zichronon levracha. May their memories be for blessing, and let us say
Amen.
Page 321 online, page 625 in our prayer book in Mishkan Tefillah, the hard copy, Adon Olam.
Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'Terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, V'yet Nasa, B'Chesro Kol, Hazai Melech Shemo Nikra. V'acharei kiklot hakol levado yimlok nora v'hu haya v'hu hoveh v'hu yeh v'hu yeh v'tifara. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Li'et Nasa V'Chesro Kol Zay Melech Shemo Nikra V'acharei Kilot HaKol Levado Yimlok Nora Hu Haya V'hu Hoveh V'hu Yeh V'tifara. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Li'et Nasa V'Chesro Kol Zay Melech Shemo Nikra V'acharei Kilot HaKol Levado Yimlok Nora V'hu Haya V'hu Hoveh V'tifara. V'hu haya v'hu hoveh v'tifara. V'hu haya v'hu hoveh v'tifara. V'hu haya v'hu hoveh v'tifara.
Now, first off,
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, and thank you to Linda. Talent and warmth. This isn't the easiest way of doing the service, but it's just, you make it just great. There is a little bit of good news to share this week. We have some mazel tovs to go out. First, mazel tov, this is a today thing, of the birth of Emma Sipley's younger brother, Anthony Nolan Sipley. So congratulations. Grandparents are Heather and Bert, and everyone is doing well. And so too, just this past week, we welcomed, a week ago, Shai Reed Blumberg, daughter of Lindsay and Jared, grandparents Jan and Eric Albert. Huge mazel tov to you as well. I was asked the question, well, Rabbi, do you know if online, do you know if who has gone and who has actually attended the service? And for some of the kids, this actually has meaning. In other words, have you been online and you can't come necessarily here to sign our bar mitzvah handbook? So you can always send us a screenshot, proof of attending the minyan. I don't think that the ritual committee yet is requiring the minyan mitzvah kids to send in a screenshot, but not a bad idea to start the practice. On page 123, of the prayer book, which is also on page 5 of the online version, there is our Kiddush, and we will conclude this Shabbat service with Kiddush. Linda's is right over there. I was being really good at that distancing thing of trying to be careful. We join together with Linda in Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon himchilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehila l'mikraye kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim ki banu v'charta v'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Amen. L'chaim. Better than usual this week. And may God's presence be with you and give you peace. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Okay, and it'll just be a moment before we turn off the streaming.